Hello. It's a new week, and the markets. This is gold, XAU USD. It is still within the same zone as of last week. Um, it looks like gold is trying to, you know, gain some momentum before it decides a direction. All right. Most trend traders would actually call this particular phase a ranging phase for gold. For other pairs, it could be great, but for gold, it's more or less likely referred to as a ranging phase because gold, gold is fire. Okay, but from last week, from last week, I had initially spotted that okay, since we are still bearish, obviously, from my previous video, if you can check, um, we are still bearish and price is expected to get to this low. Okay, that's my own expectation. And looking at this, even though price is still ranging, but it's still providing some very good opportunities, at least that were pure good to opportunities that were provided for sales last week on gold. And those were high time frame opportunities for our opportunities, which means scalpers would have traded gold multiple times last week, most probably profitably. I don't know, even though there was some news, okay, which can also be good or bad depending on what kind of trader you are. So, looking at this, we are looking to keep dropping up until this point. I'm only, you know, about 90 to 98% sure price is going to get to this low. All right, because I can't call this another block. It's been mitigated. The long week has been mitigated, so there is really no clean displacement that would have made me think that price would be forced to start moving up from here. However, I just believe that this low might, for a very good reason, be taken out if we check weekly time frame, because I didn't look at that last week. So for this week, if I check, am I seeing anything that could cause price to rally after taking out this low? On the weekly time frame, I still don't see. I still don't see yet. But I quite believe that price would not really start going down that much. However, I am seeing a fair value gap here. Um, it's actually a breakaway gap, which makes it even stronger because it broke away and price actually left it. Okay, price actually left it for quite a while, and we have an inducement here. Are you seeing that? So if that be the case, if price takes away this particular line, this one, and doesn't create some sort of sweep for this low here, then we might expect it, depending on what price creates, we might expect it to come into this weekly zone. On coming into this weekly zone, because of this gap that we have here, all right, these are around 3,900, 3,800, right? So on coming to this zone, we then look out for probable things or signals that could cause it to revert to the upside. Right now, this is not enough. Okay, this is just a zone that could cause price to reverse. And as you can see, this is 3,800. 3,800. So it's a psychological level and a very strong one at that. For those trading support and resistance, if you check your charts very well, you would most likely discover that this zone is a support zone. Maybe you can check monthly time frame or thereabouts. I don't know. I don't have time. I don't want this to be long. Okay. So my chart does not display all of them because I'm on free plan. But nonetheless, I don't know. On a on a maybe I think okay, yeah. On a far out time frame, we could probably have some areas around that zone since it's not displaying on a higher time frame, which means price had not previously gotten to that zone in the past before. So, but on the far out time frame, of course, obviously, is a clear zone for those trading support and resistance. All right, it's a clear zone for them. So, we're looking at this. What I'm thinking and what I'm seeing is that price would most probably react around here, but that's not really the case. We are much more concerned about what is happening currently now in the markets. So that zone is not really needed. So I just have to have it at the back of my mind. So it's not something I need for now, so that the focus can be on what is currently happening. So looking at this zone, I don't see anything that probably will stop price from getting to this point. All right. And then on the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, there's a lot of obstructions. So you look at the market from a point of obstruction. There is a lot of obstruction obstructing the markets. If the market is trying to go up, there's a lot of hold up. This hold up is what is currently struggling with. If he wins this hold up, there's another hold up here that is currently struggling with. All right. Either of these would most probably cause the market to drop. All right. It will most probably cause the market to drop. The reason is because there is no stronger zone here that is pushing it towards from a price action perspective anyway. But this is higher time frame. And the beautiful thing about higher time frame is that price action oftentimes holds. So even if there comes a news, short-term news, all right, emphasis on short-term news, like your CPI and non-farm payroll. So those are short-term news. So when you have those kind of news, they can only affect what lower time frames. And EU that you are on the higher time frame, selecting your zones on a higher time frame, you really care less about it because oftentimes what price does is that it quickens the movement of of price action to get to your own zone that you are looking to trade, just like what happened last week. Right, we're looking for this zone, and when the news happened, the news caused price to quickly get to our zone before we started dropping. That's exactly how it works. So that's it. Now, in this case, I'm looking at this. Okay, I've actually marked this as per something I'm looking into, but not necessarily very interested in, except otherwise, something very fantastic happens. Okay, for now, it doesn't look it. So I'm saying that price is currently struggling right there. Price is currently struggling, but whatever price is doing, it's none of my business for now. If price should give me something really significant, right? Price has created 3 patterns around here. 1, 2, 3. This is yet complete though. So would I trade this if this guy drops below here? I don't think so because it's not looking nice. I would most probably like to trade something very different. Maybe when this high is taken out again, and then a cleaner setup. For now, there's nothing for me to look to trade. I would even want this price to struggle a little bit trying to go down, which means this would have turned into an engineered liquidity. And then because it couldn't keep going down, it will then start going up. So I would love price to come to this zone. All right. So from here, we would most likely get a very good setup for the downside. That's just it. But for now, I don't think I want to be engaging with this market because the market is currently undecided. Knowing fully well that price is actually at a decision zone, even on a higher time frame, because gold is very trendy. So, yep, you have to you have to tread with caution. Thank you.